Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque and welcome to Season 2 of Vampyre Clan in ClanGen. In the last episode, the clan welcomed 3 new vampire fledglings into the fold and went on a quaint but successful hunt in the cold mountains. We are now picking up on the final turn of Leaf Bear and it is Moon 95. So let's dive in and take a look at what happens next. You know guys, Eagle Dawn is very quickly becoming one of my favorite cats, so it's pleasantly surprising to see that he is giving off some main character energy by accessorizing his fur. But Eagle Dawn always seems to have jay feathers stuck in his fur, and we need to take a look at this, of course. Look at how pretty he looks with those jay feathers. I am already a huge fan of his coat coloring. He's got these beautiful green eyes and those jay feathers look so nice on him. Eagle Dawn. Oh, Eagle Dawn. Okay, let's go over to the medicine cat den. Sunnypaw is still fighting with his white cough. Sunnypaw was given Tansia's treatment of white cough. Sunnytail is promising us that they will heal sooner, so I am counting on that. And then Sunnytail could not find any herbs this moon. Let's go over to relationships. Grandmaster Bluestar quickly apologizes after bumping into Ibis Freckle. They have a small laugh about it. Grandmaster Bluestar, Quiet Flight, and Fornest had a nice talk while eating. After the clan finds a strange object, Grandmaster Bluestar notes that Sunnypaw has been a little too fascinated with it. Pumpkinpaw doesn't seem very concerned when Burnleaf complains about something aching. Master Burnleaf doesn't think that Fornest's smile is genuine. Master Quiet Flight doesn't understand why Ibis Freckle is being so rude. Oh, look at that. I wonder if Quiet Flight has already started to influence her granddaughter in a different way, and Ibis Freckle has started noticing that Quiet Flight tries to supervise her interactions with Snappaw and she doesn't like it, and that's why she was being rude. Snappaw thanked Master Quiet Flight for bringing her food. Sunnytail hears a nice story about Bloomrise. Sunnytail and Pumpkinpaw chat about clan news. The clan is surprised to see Ibis Freckle and Snappaw chatting casually over a meal. So the clan is surprised because they all know that Quiet Flight has been trying to keep Snappaw away from Ibis Freckle, like a little bit more distanced. So to see that mother and daughter are back together chatting over a meal, I think is making them a little bit surprised and concerned, because they know that Ibis Freckle had an argument with Quiet Flight earlier. Ibis Freckle notices Sunnypaw doing something generous. Fornest observes Sunnytail carefully attending to any cat that needs help. Sunnypaw lets Fornest grab a piece of fresh kill first. Bloomrise can't understand why clanmates like Ibis Freckle so much. Yeah, of course. I mean, her family has had some difficulties with Ibis Freckle from the very beginning, before she completely went unhinged, killed Owlfeather, and changed the perception of the entire clan. Bloomrise has had an inkling, along with her father, Twilight Fade, who is now deceased. They've had an inkling about Ibis Freckle for a long time. And even so, in this current climate, both metaphorically and literally, seeing members like Snappaw and Sunnytail still be so attracted to Ibis Freckle or still gravitate around Ibis Freckle is probably very confusing. Bloomrise, Master Quiet Flight, and Eagle Dawn had a nice talk while eating. Bloomrise apologized to Sunnypaw for being rude the other day. Eagle Dawn and Pumpkinpaw make each other laugh. That's really cute that these two cousins get along. I think in the last episode they were also thinking about napping, like at the same time. Pumpkinpaw doubts Grandmaster Bluestar would be able to protect her if something went wrong. Sunnypaw thought Grandmaster Bluestar was very polite today. Snappaw realizes that Eagle Dawn would put his life on the line for a clanmate, and that is all we have for events. Okay, let's see what everyone is doing for the day. Grandmaster Bluestar can't stand this cold. Master Quiet Flight bravely offers to help Sunnytail pick herbs from a dangerous spot. Sunnytail saw some wandering two-legs today. Ibis Freckle is feeling exhausted from resolving petty arguments. Fornest wonders if he would be better as a whisper instead, so he's still a little bit ambitious. But you know, it makes sense right now, while his sister is the Whisper. I think Fawnest also feels as though the relationship between Bloomrise and Eagledawn broke down very quickly because part of it was them not being willing to let Ibis Freckle whisper a romance between them. So he's thinking that Ibis Freckle as Whisper might not be the greatest thing for the clan because every couple is going to be so afraid to let her meddle in any way, and he is a friendlier, nicer option. So that's kind of intriguing. Bloomrise has the Fledgelings very engaged in a very, very tall tale. Eagledawn wants to speak to Ibis Freckle about something. Even Eagledawn, like, he's quite fond of his aunt, even though his aunt killed his mother. And I think that's also something that Bloomrise maybe is not able to understand. And that could be another element as to why she didn't feel as though Eagledawn was the right match for her to have kittens with, because they just could not agree on a few things. And I think values, especially when it comes to this, is another thing that maybe stood in the way. She couldn't understand how Eagledawn so easily accepted Ibis Freckle's reasoning for why things escalated and why she killed Owlfeather. Pumpkinpaw wants to learn something new today. Sunnypaw is sharing tongues with Ibis Freckle. Snappaw charges forward during a border patrol, eager and unafraid. And Burnleaf can't stand this cult. So Burnleaf, who are you hanging out with? He's actually, I think, hanging out with Bluestar. So Bluestar and Burnleaf, they can't stand the cult together. But I am very curious to see which fledgling is doing the best right now and is currently charging forward to get the title of, well, Prince or Princess. So let's have a look. Snappaw. Snappaw currently has 13 experience, Pumpkinpaw has 12, and Sunnypaw has 0. So we might get a princess out of this batch instead of a prince. But I'm not surprised that Snappaw is charging ahead, because we did say that her grandmother Quietflight has the most experience. So obviously she would have a guiding hand in making sure Snappaw progresses as much as possible. So that's kind of intriguing. It's very exciting. But they're very close. Pumpkinpaw and Snappaw are very close to each other. This might motivate, I think it's motivating Pumpkinpaw to actually get one up on her sister, because she does actually want to learn something new. But okay, that is all we have for the cat list. Now on to patrols. So we currently have 63 prey and we need 25, so we don't have to worry about food. We'll send off Sunnytail first to see what he gets. Sunnytail heads out, deciding that Vampyre Clan needs more blackberry leaves in their stores. Proceed. While neither blackberry nor the similarly brambled raspberry lose their leaves completely, Leaf Bear is hard on every plant. Sunnytail has to balance both the plants and the clan's needs as he gathers what leaves he can with frozen paws. The patrol sees his stress and gathers around to support him. So blackberry and raspberry were gathered. And then we're going to have our patrol with the youngsters out. So let's see who's going to be on their own this time around. Okay. So Fawnest has decided that he wants Pumpkinpaw to be under the supervision of Eagledawn this time around, since Eagledawn's apprentice or his fledgling is still sick. This might be actually very nice, a nice thing of Fawnest to try and maybe give Eagledawn a little bit of experience with a fledgling before his fledgling gets better. But also, I think he feels as though Pumpkinpaw might be able to learn something new with a stronger personality than his own, a stronger hand. So I think that's why he's arranged that. And then of course, Quietflight refuses to let Snappaw out of her sight. And then we have Grandmaster Bluestar and Bloomrise in this patrol, so let's send them out. The patrol hears a cat begging for the housefolk to come back, just barely intelligible over the sound of a monster speeding away. Proceed. Grandmaster Bluestar finds a kitty pet collapsed by the thunderpath, wailing for his housefolk. Grandmaster Bluestar comforts him, asking why he was left here. The only explanation he has is that he's sick. Perhaps he was too much of a burden? Bluestar offers him a place in Initiate Clan, at least until he recovers. He tentatively accepts, looking longingly at the thunderpath as he's led away. Wolfgang Cliff joined Initiate Clan. Okay, let's take a look at this new cat that has joined Initiate Clan. Oh, he looks kind of cool. He looks kind of cool. Although I might change his name a little bit. I might change his name. Let's see. Fallen Cliff? Fallen Cliff might be interesting because he was kind of left by his housefolk. Okay, a male adult, yellow eyes, 2-color pelt, a fierce warrior, incredible runner. What does he look like when he's healthy? Oh, he's a cute looking cat. Okay, but he is going to join Initiate Clan. So there we go. And what does he have, actually? What does he have? He has green cough. Okay, he's got green cough, so that's not too great. That is not too great. And then finally we have Full Nest going out. Again, I'm a little bit worried because it is still Leaf Bear and he is childish and alone. But Bloomer's had a relatively easy patrol, so Full Nest might be the same. Full Nest heads out into the mountains alone, wanting to make a quick check on the border. Proceed. Full Nest comes across a Wind Clan apprentice on the wrong side of the border and holding prey. He sees the young cat off with a stern warning and then brings the prey back to Vampyre Clan camp to report the incident to the master. Relations with Wind Clan have improved. Okay, so a vampire hunter apprentice was hunting on our side of the territory. And we managed to guide him back. There wasn't an incident, but we confiscated his prey. Okay, that was pretty good. For someone who's childish, I feel like Full Nest handled that very maturely. And that is all we have for today. But okay guys, with that said and done, I am going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.